Despite trying my hardest to live a balanced life as a graduate student, I reached a point of burnout at the end of the semester. Writing a dissertation is immensely difficult, and working on one that's so wrapped up in my own identity and embodiment is especially challenging. This week, I decided to take an intentional step back from the dissertation to focus on other responsibilities, like grading and writing center work, but also other facets of my identity. I'm a friend, a girlfriend, a sister, an aunt. I have hobbies and passions outside of school. And while I feel so privileged to study something I love at the doctoral level, I made this vlog to remind myself that I'm so much more than just a PhD student. Hello and welcome back to another vlog. If you're new here, my name is Sarah. I am a PhD student in English at Indiana University and I live in Bloomington, Indiana. And this is going to be a vlog that showcases my life beyond the dissertation. So this week I'm going to actively rest, take a bit of a break from the dissertation because I am burnt out. And it's the end of the semester. I didn't meet my deadline, but it's okay. Rest is really important, honoring your body is important. I have all the time in the world. So we're gonna get things started with a little Sunday reset. I took a slow morning this morning, read my book, just like scrolled on Pinterest, just really like chilled out. And now I'm headed to Kroger to get some groceries to make some yummy, nourishing meals for the week. Time for grocery haul. I'm gonna go through everything in the order of meals, but starting with things that aren't for meals. I got 2 Talenti layers because they're $3 off and Megan and I are hyper fixated on them. Chocolate cherry cheesecake and then a strawberry shortcake. I'm excited for both of those. Haven't tried either one. Milk, some yogurt, cold brew. This is the best cold brew, especially now that it's summertime. I feel like I want cold brew instead of regular coffee. 3 poppies and then just some Kroger seltzer. I want to make mocktails with like lime and mint. Some protein waffles, bread, kiwis because we have some strawberries and I love strawberry kiwi together. And onto meals. We're gonna do sushi bowls. So I got these crispy onions, tofu, cucumber, carrots, avocado, and then we put it over rice, which we already have. Then we're gonna try something new from Savory Vegan. I'm also giving this grocery haul to Megan right now. She's here for the first time. It has arugula as like a base and it has thyme, sweet potatoes, cauliflower, yellow onion, veggie broth. It just seemed like a nutritious filling bowl. And then we haven't had these in a while, but it's from Thug Kitchen. I'm gonna do these sweet corn and pinto bean flautas. I really like them in the summer when corn is in season. I got some sour cream, some shredded romaine to go on top. And I got all of this stuff for $80, which is pretty good because that's a lot of stuff. And all the meals will have plenty of leftovers. Cut up a kiwi and have this whole thing of strawberries that I cut up the other day. And we have a little fruit salad and I have my Doc Pop Poppy in here. Gonna watch the Below Deck. I'm gonna take my book and read on the porch on this warm but not too warm afternoon. I thought that it was going to be sort of like Sunday reset mode where I was like cleaning stuff, but to be completely honest, I've had no energy to do cleaning. So I watched that episode of Below Deck and then my brother FaceTimed me and then I talked on the phone with Zach for a bit as he's driving back to Bloomington. So cleaning, that's gonna have to happen tomorrow. It's gonna be a lazy reading afternoon. Somehow it is already 4:15. I'm gonna slick back my hair real quick and go on a walk with my friend Joanna because the sun is coming out. Like in that hammock though, reading made me kind of sleepy, so hopefully this walk will wake me up. Okay, hair slicked back just so it doesn't like fly in my face. Not that I'm gonna be walking any faster than like a 25-minute mile. Just kept my Danny Rick shirt on, changed it to some biker shorts. Brooks, I've been wanting to get new walking sneakers for a while. I've had these for quite some time now. I really want to try Hoka's again. I don't know. The foot saga has been an entire thing. If you know, you know. And when I come home, I'll put these clean sheets in my bed, and hopefully my comforter is done in the dryer. There's nothing quite like a walk with a pal when the weather is sunny but not like too humid or hot. And then a perfect everything shower right as like the sun is coming in the window. Now I'm gonna make my bed with some fresh sheets. It's been a lazy Sunday, but it's been very healing, healthy Sunday. Bed is made, room is clean, time to make some sushi bowls for dinner, put on some headphones, continue listening to Taylor Swift. Okay, it's 10:38. I'm about to get in bed for the night and read my book, which is actually really good. It is set in Australia or New Zealand. I think it's Australia. And this couple owns this house off of a cliff known as the Drop. Sorry, I have my Invisalign in. And it is a place where people frequently jump off to die by suicide. And she witnessed someone jumping off, and her husband was trying to like talk to her and save her, so he claims, but she is wondering like, did he push her? And then you're sort of finding out who this person was, what all these connections are. I'm like 100 pages in, but it's keeping me pretty intrigued. It's a really good thriller so far. It is by Sally Hepworth, I think is her last name. But I read another one by her, maybe two other ones that I really liked as well. Just like classic good thriller where you just like lose yourself in the story. It doesn't feel like literature or anything like that. Just easy, mindless reading kind of. This was one of the laziest days I had in a while. Went for a nice walk, binged like 5 episodes of Below Deck after dinner with Megan, talked on the phone, FaceTime some people, laid in my hammock and read. It was like just what I needed, so I feel really good about that. Happy Monday. First project on the list is to unclog my bathroom sink drain. I've been putting this off. I think it's gonna be really gross, but Megan said she had to do it in her bathroom and it was fine. She just poured boiling water down and went in with like a plastic drain snake. So really scared what I'm gonna see, but we can do it. I'm obviously not gonna show you guys the gross part. Okay, the issue is partly resolved, but I think I do have to contact maintenance because this is like, I can't get this out. It's like at an angle. And so I did still stick like a snake down there and get what I could. And it drains faster, but I know it's gonna cause the issue again because I can't fully get it out. So I put a maintenance request. Okay, did a deep clean of my bathroom. I put in the maintenance request, like I said, for the drain. I even like reorganized under here. I wish I had a little more space for all those towels and stuff, but that's okay, we'll make do. Clean the shower. I also cleaned, this is a disaster, I have to take care of things. I also cleaned all my makeup brushes and I got rid of so much makeup. I can insert a picture. It was crazy. I was in the zone, so I wasn't vlogging, but like truly like 7 years worth of makeup. And now, since it is almost summertime, I'm gonna put all of my sweaters away and replace it with the summer clothes that I have in bins under my bed. That's new to me as a Florida girl, like swapping out your clothes for the season. Okay, like an hour later, that took a lot of work. All the sweaters are gone and shoved in bins under my bed. I just kept like my button downs, any like light cardigans that I might want for like coffee shops or just summer things. These pants are linen and they're long and they don't fit with the rest of my pants, so they're there. All those empty hangers for all the sweaters I have, just put tank tops in there. Summer clothes. Makes me realize I don't really have many summer clothes. I guess it's mostly t-shirts in my dresser. Okay, it's about 3:30 now, and that's right when it's feeling like it's nap time. It's about to rain. Gonna read my book for a little bit. I just ate some leftovers for lunch and watched Below Deck. And have to take a little bit of a nap. I did realize that I actually have some grading that I can do, because I thought I wouldn't have grading to do until Thursday because students turn in their final projects at 11:59 p.m. on Wednesday. But I forgot that students had a rewrite, an optional rewrite if they wanted to redo one of their assignments that they submitted Friday. So I might take a look at those when I wake up from my nap, or that might be something I do in the morning. I do think tomorrow I'm gonna tackle some school stuff related to teaching and some other stuff. They're ready. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. We had a relaxing day on Sunday, a cleaning day, and a relaxing day yesterday. And today it's time to ease back into some work. I'm about to lead my dissertation writing group one last time for the semester. And while I am leading this, I'm not planning on working my dissertation, but I do want to do a few like last minute grading things before the bulk of their final assignments come in. And I have just like some emails and stuff to respond to. Okay, I managed to get quite a bit done. Sent out a bunch of emails that I had been putting off for quite some time. Did a little bit of grading. More students than I thought ended up submitting a rewrite for a project, so it's going to take a little longer than I thought to grade. So I'm going to take a break and then I'll get after that later this afternoon. I can definitely tell that I had some time away and I feel more rested because I just don't dread it. Typically, I was finding myself like for the past week or two, anytime I sat down at my computer and I had to do anything, send an email, write, grade, I just was like, this feels awful. And that's how I know I reached a breaking point and I really needed a break and needed rest. So I'm gonna go outside on my porch for a little bit and read this book. It's a collection of essays from a creative writer and poetry professor in our department, The Book of Delights. He actually visited our class pre-COVID a long time ago and read some excerpts from it. So I've really been liking reading that, and I like have not read very much, but I just love like a nice essay that makes you just appreciate life. I don't know, feel a little inspired. A little later now, it is 3:30 on the dot, and I obviously got a little more put together, slicked back my hair because I'm waiting for tomorrow to wash it because Megan has an award ceremony. So I'm like, let me just do like the full wash and blow dry tomorrow and just throw on a quick, easy outfit. Broke out the sandals, and I think I'm gonna go to Crumble Coffee because they're open till 6. A lot of coffee shops around here close at like 2, and power through some more grading. Five o'clock, back from Crumble. I got a strawberry matcha and it like looked beautiful, but disgusting. I do not like their coffee because it always hurts my stomach, and their matcha just like tasted really bad. Like I feel like I still have that bad taste in my mouth, so I gotta drink something or eat something to get it out. I texted Megan and she's like, I've had their matcha before and it was foul. So one time I accidentally bought this canned matcha that was made with functional mushrooms, and I didn't realize that, and I took a sip of it and was like, this is the grossest thing I've ever tasted. And Megan said that the matcha at Crumble rivals the functional mushrooms canned matcha. So no shade to Crumble, your studying environment is excellent, your staff is always so kind, but you need to get better matcha because it's awful. Anyway, I got some work done. I got all that I wanted to get done. I'm totally caught up on grading. I feel really good about that. And I am deciding now if I want to read my book or if I want to color some more of my new coloring book. But I think I'm gonna lay in bed and read for a little bit. I love the light that comes in at this time of day. And Per loves all the light too. A little before 10 o'clock, my hair looks wild because I did the slick back but I haven't washed it yet. I am going to wash my face, brush my teeth, and get ready for bed. I feel really good. This is how I know that this was a sign that I needed to take some time to just like chill, rest, because I'm actually like, this feels wild to say, I feel like myself like wanting to write again. Like I just did some like creative writing today and I was like, yeah, I feel myself wanting to write. So maybe we'll break the week-long break hiatus and get after some things. I feel good. I'm happy and proud of myself for giving myself time to take a step back, even though it feels really scary. And academia makes you feel like if you take a moment off from thinking of your dissertation, you are failing. It feels good to resist that a little bit. One of those days where I make coffee and I get back in bed to read. Quick little breakfast, boiled egg, toast and jam. Gonna do some of my coloring book while I watch Gilmore Girls. Probably dramatically climbs up the chair. I think she sees a bird. I did one of them yesterday. It was just so fun and so relaxing. These are the only markers I have, so it's not like a whole lot of color options for a coloring book. And I don't think they're the right markers for a coloring book, but we'll see if I explore and buy some more today. Here's the finished product. I'm definitely gonna need some more markers. I'm like running out of colors. All of them I'll definitely keep the same. I wish I had like a tan to do like the carpet, but I gave it little wallpaper stripes. This is so fun and so relaxing, and like the bigger lines are way better than like the adult coloring books with like the tiny mandalas and flowers and stuff like that. Took a nice full everything shower and styled my hair. My Shark Flex style had been like acting just really weird. It just like wasn't sucking as well, and it just had like this red, like the dot on it would flash red, and I looked it up and it said to change the filter. I've had it since October and it's May 1st. So yeah, the filter really needed to be changed, and that's why like it wasn't able to like suck up my hair as well. But I feel like it came out really good. Obviously I have to like brush through it. It's like very, very curled. But I also use Pureology shampoo, which I feel like really does the job. I love Pureology shampoo so much. It's just so expensive. So I only use it like every other week, or if it's like a special occasion or it's like a treat myself moment. And I bought the shampoo and conditioner when they were on sale for the holidays. But I hope I get to a point in my life where I can afford to have them regularly. It is 12:50. I don't think you could see that with the glare. Have some water boiling because I am gonna make some Annie's mac and cheese. And while I wait for it, gonna unload the dishwasher and listen to a podcast. Annie's white cheddar shells. That's my comfort food. Okay, all ready for Megan's award ceremony. Just a little business cash outfit. Much later now. It is 9:07. I got back. We ate some cake. I forgot to vlog it, but I did take a picture and I was so proud of it. But it wasn't a surprise for Megan. She saw it in the fridge, but it's fine. I'll put a picture on screen. Joanna came over. We ate some cake. Joanna made her this really pretty, what does she call it? It's a lei.
It's a certain kind of lei, but I forget.
She grew up in Hawaii, so one of her friends who's also from Hawaii helped her make it. Very pretty. Also smells really good. And I have to show you Megan's plaque. She's so legit. Also, Megan's last name is McCool, which is so freaking cool. And not to make it about me, but we get to the awards, the room where the awards are at, and Megan's advisor's there, who's like also on my committee, and she was like, oh, congrats to both of you. Sarah, you're in the program too. And I was like, what? Because I already had my award ceremony and it had me in there for that same teaching award. And yeah, they called me up. I didn't get a plaque, but it was a little funny, a little awkward, but it is what it is. It's a little long, but I'm glad I went for Megan. And 9 o'clock, we're just eating dinner. So the story with that, well, there's like 2 sprigs of arugula. This says it's good till May 7th. Today's May 1st. It says it's washed and ready, but It doesn't look good.
It doesn't look washed
Like,
right.
if you are in arugula, I want to say know-it-all, let me know if this is normal, because it looks even worse in person. So yeah, it's supposed to be these like bowls with, what is this called? Orzo. And some veggies. Haven't tasted anything. Hope it's good. Happy Thursday. Just waking up, but today it's time to get to work. We are going to do a grading marathon. We have to work at the writing center. I have to give a presentation today. Getting back into some things. So I plan on going to a coffee shop today just to motivate me to like get in the zone, work quickly, get this grading done. I feel like I'm gonna be distracted if I'm sitting at home. And then I will go directly to the writing center and then give my presentation, which is with the writing center, right after. It's about how to manage time when writing your dissertation. And I'm giving it with Megan. So I am going to make a quick breakfast here. I am gonna make coffee here because I can already tell it's gonna be a 2-cup of coffee kind of day. And then I'm gonna make a little lunch that I could bring with me, probably just like a PB&J or something, and get a second coffee at the coffee shop. Some scrambled eggs and a bagel to get things started today. Okay, ignore my messy room. Can't make my bed because Purr is there and I can't kick her out of her slumber. That'd just be evil. Go sneeze. So here is the fit. I got these striped linen pants. I feel like they're like the pajama / boxer pant look, but slightly nicer because they have like a drawstring. The pockets make them look like they're really see-through, but they're not see-through in the back, which I feel like is what matters. Of course, my Adidas, black tee, did some like big gold jewelry to zhuzh it up. And now I think I'm gonna go to Verona Coffee for probably like an hour and a half. And then head over to the writing center. So here's hoping I get a lot of grading done and I can just fly through some things. Okay, it is 11:30. I got quite a bit of work done. I feel really good about that. It was nice to be in a coffee shop. I'm glad I went. I just feel like I was more productive. I feel like I'm especially more productive for like grading when I'm at a coffee shop, because it's so easy to get distracted from grading. It's like you grade one thing and then you're like, oh, let me pick up my phone, let me pepperelli, let me turn on the TV. I don't know. When you're in a coffee shop and everyone else is working, you just feel a little more motivated to do some work. And it also probably helped that I got a second coffee, just got a vanilla ice latte. I was able to get through all the reflection essays of my first section and half of their final portfolios, where they had to make a sort of like media kit as if they were social media influencers. And I was like moved to tears at some of their projects and some of their reflections, and it's wild. I posted a tweet about it a few days ago because I like took a peek at some of the reflections, and I don't want to spend a lot of time talking about this because I have a lot of feelings and it deserves like its own separate video or just like a more thought out post. But with all of the stuff happening in the world and all of the protests for Palestine and asking universities to divest monetary and other types of interest in support of genocides, things are really tense. IU has been really intense specifically. There have been sharpshooters, sniper rifles, people on top of buildings aimed at peaceful protesters, and over 50 people have been arrested, and that was like a statistic from several days ago. It's probably been more at this point. For trespassing at their own university, at their home for those of them who live in dorms here, and they had to appeal this in order to take their final exams. It's just a lot. And so I was reading some of the final reflections that talked about how multimodality and just like a class that was structured really loosely and given students a lot of interest to talk about what's important and interesting to them, or a lot of freedom to talk about that. The reflections mentioned that they were able to express themselves authentically and express themselves freely, and that notion of free expression just feels like really important now more than ever. And yeah, it was like really emotional for me. given the state of everything. And it just reminds me how important teaching is, and how important the teaching of writing is, and the teaching of rhetorical practices, how discourses circulate, how to think empathetically and compassionately. Yeah, so that's my thoughts on that. Gonna head to the writing center now. Been a long day. It is 6:05. I've been home since like 5:30-ish. I didn't have to tutor anyone in the writing center, so that was nice. I could continue powering through, doing some grading. Magda and I gave a presentation, and then Joanna texted me and she had to get some car repairs done, and she asked if I could pick her up or take her to get her to pick up her car, and it was just on the other side of town, and traffic in Bloomington has like a rush hour, which is wild because it's a college town, but like 4 to 5 p.m. traffic is bad. So we had some traffic, but then I got home and I was like, oh, I really want to finish grading. I didn't quite finish. I have a few more left to do, but it's after 6 o'clock. I need to give myself a little break. I really want to get them all graded today so I can give like the buffer time of tonight if students catch any mistakes or anything like that before I submit final grades to the registrar tomorrow morning. I also am going to go to Kroger and pick up some stuff to make a pasta for dinner at Zach's house. He was like, what are you eating for dinner? And I was like, I don't really know. And I was like, I could pick up something. And I was like, or we could cook something together. And he was like, yeah, let's cook. So that's always like a fun, easy sort of like date idea. I know he had like a long day at work or a hard day, so gotta do some girlfriend responsibilities. All of the grading is complete. I just am giving it a little buffer time, sent my students an announcement just to like double, triple check everything, and then I will submit things to the registrar's office and officially be free. It's a little before 10 a.m. I'm about to take a call on Zoom with a brand for a YouTube deal. I don't think I've ever Zoomed a brand before. Typically things just like happen via email. Sometimes I sign contracts, sometimes I don't. Everything is so specific to different brands. But I'm excited to have a Zoom call just to talk more about the content and to talk more about the product itself. That's what I'm really excited about. It seems really cool actually. Finished that Zoom call. It's really good, really informative. I'm actually really excited. Made a second cup of coffee. I had cold brew this morning. Just feels like the vibe. It's kind of like rainy out and I want to do a little more coloring. I'm like obsessed right now. And I ordered new markers on Amazon. I caved, but it doesn't have an estimated delivery time, so I don't want to wait around for it. I'm just gonna do my old markers. And of course, I'm gonna watch Gilmore Girls while I color. It's the vibe.
With Luke, you are with Luke. And if it doesn't work out, it will be really bad for both of us. I mean, how do you feel about this?
Well, naturally, the new markers came right when I finished one coloring page. There's so many colors. I'm obsessed. ASMR moment. So I colored one. They like got all over my hands and on my legs. Here it is. There's a little learning curve. I didn't realize that like they're really sensitive to pressure. So you can see like where the strokes were, and they're double-sided. So I'm still learning when to use which side, but so fun, so cute. Okay, a little later now. It is 3:12. I cleaned up my room some, ate lunch, and also a second lunch, PB&J. And I'm going to continue reading this book. So I finished The Soulmate, which I talked about earlier in this vlog, and I really liked the first half, but then it just like got boring and just got weird in the second half, when typically I feel like thrillers have the opposite. They like throw in too much and it gets like off the rails. It was just like underwhelming at the end. So I started this one a couple days ago. I've heard really good things about it. I am really liking it so far, but I'm only 40 pages in. Just read the first 3 chapters. It seems like it's gonna be more literary than a lot of the books I've been reading lately, but that's okay. I'm kind of here for that. So I'm gonna lay in bed and read this for the next hour or so while I wait for Joanna to tell me that she's ready to come over, and we're gonna run some errands together and sort of get a game plan together, because we're going to Megan's half marathon tomorrow to cheer her on. let's go cheer Megan on at the halfway point and watch her cross that finish line for her half marathon. Okay, it is 9 o'clock on Saturday night. We made it through the whole week together. Today was jam-packed, but it was really good and really fun. Woke up early, 6:30, drove to Indianapolis, and spectating is a sport of its own. Having to know like where to park and being in a city that you're not familiar with necessarily, with roads being closed, and trying to like track her. We had like 3 maps open, me and Joanna. We met her at the 10-mile mark, and then we saw her at the finish line, and that was very cool. And then Joanna and I did some shopping. I went to the mall, got a couple things from Sephora, got a couple things from Abercrombie, did a big Trader Joe's haul because we don't have one here in Bloomington, so I like to like stock up on frozen stuff. And now I'm gonna read my book. I'm really liking this Tom Lake book. But if you made it to the end, thank you so much for watching. I feel very, very tired right now, but very, very refreshed. This was just what I needed. I feel not scared of the dissertation anymore. I don't want to cry when I think about it. I don't feel like I'm about to vomit. I don't break out in a sweat or cold chills when I think about it. I know that it's hard. I know that I am capable though. And I know that I have already done the hardest part. And I'm excited to, excited is kind of intense. I feel ready and eager to get it over with, but I feel ready to grind this summer and make a lot of progress and hopefully finish the whole thing. Thank you for supporting all parts of this process and all parts of this channel, the productive vlogs, but also the I need a break vlog and everything in between. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.